Yes, that was moved there. So, good morning everybody. Okay, we have sound. We have steering wheel set up. And, well, everything appears to be working. So, good morning everybody, my name is Osa, and it is Saturday, the 29th of February, and we are playing FS19 Oakfield Farm in a new house. Although the office is kind of temporary at the moment. The plan this week was to have the office floored and desks in the office, and that's not happened. Instead we have flooring in 2 bedrooms. And we might have flooring in the office by the end of this week, or this coming week. And I have to figure out where on earth I'm going. Oh dear, I don't know. We're going to field 36. Oh, that's over there. Well, that might actually be easy to get to. So yes, the move happened. I'd lost the power cord for the steering wheel, so I've borrowed Mrs. Osa's power cord, and we'll be looking for the actual power cord later today when I'm not streaming. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? How has the world been without me? Computers are all set up completely wrong, so I'm going to have to get used to this setup this weekend, possibly next week. But at least the internet's working. Although Comcast have failed to connect our streaming service, so we can't watch TV on our PCs. There's a gate down here somewhere. We shall see. Oh, good. I understand Arthur's back in the States and trying to catch up on sleep. And from my travels to and from the US to the UK, I also found travelling this way was horrible. Okay. That's a problem. I am not going to get a tractor over a stile. Yeah, hush. Okay. There is a gate down here. Oh, quit trying to cut me off, dude. Hush. Hopefully the gate turns the other way. It does. Well, I am now back. Stop tractor. Let's Don't know why it went like that, or whether that was Mrs. Ose's PC. Anyway, I think I'm probably going to end up driving through the hedge, since that's worked so well for us in the past. Okay, not gonna drive through the hedge there. Of course, there could be a fence in the hedge. Okay, we're not driving through the hedge. Oh, darn. The move was okay, I can say. We paid other people to move this. But it was kind of hard on the body. We're not exactly spring chickens. Okay, well, we found the unofficial entrance to the field. This might be a good start. I guess I can go this way for the first pass. See if I can remember all the buttons this. There we go. This contraption away from the edge of the field. There we go. So a nice field of potatoes owned by somebody else, so I don't have to harvest them. But it does make spraying them easy. A bit. We didn't get the edge. Okay. I'll be sitting in the cab for this because it's a lot easier. So yeah, we managed to get most of everything packed Wednesday. Obviously I had to keep the PC out because I was working all of Wednesday. Thursday we got the trucks loaded and moved out, signed the documents to sell our old place, stayed in a hotel overnight, which was supposed to have a buffet breakfast, and due to the lack of guests in the hotel, buffet will not be available on Friday morning, so we didn't get to have a buffet breakfast. And then we went, signed the closing documents for purchasing this house, and then the movers turned up and emptied all the boxes. And misplaced my power lead for my steering wheel. So I may be chipping off down to Best Buy later this morning, or later today, and getting a new one. I might check the boxes in the basement, because I do have a box of power leads that need to be looked. I can search through. I probably have a spare. I have played no games this week. I think except Saturday afternoon I played a little bit of World of Warships just to check the internet speeds and connections and everything. This is the first time I've had OBS active, and as near as I can tell it seems to be working. There was an update this morning for it, or there was an update sometime in the last 2 weeks for it, and it decided to update itself today. And last time it did that, it reallocated all my sound and everything else, and caused all sorts of grief. This time doesn't seem to have done that, so that's a good thing. Didn't set the steering wheel or the farm sim side panel up until this morning, and fortunately they all seem to be working. That's fine. And we'll get back in the cab. Tell this is a low horsepower tractor. Lower horsepower. I think it's about 190 horsepower. Because I didn't feel I needed a large Valtra T. This is from the Valtra pack that I used in field mounting with Mrs. Osa. We used 2 Valtra A's, heavily up-engined, more up-engined than the base game Valtra A is capable of. Now this one is a much smaller engine than the base game gives you as a minimum. But I felt it was adequate for the work I'm going to have this tractor do. At least I hope it is. We will be supplementing with another medium-sized tractor later in the series, but for now we needed the 2 big tractors to get the fields prepared, and this tractor's going to be doing most of the fertilizing work on fields for now. I do have the intent of probably ending up with this one just being used for herbicide and getting myself a self-propelled sprayer for the main fertilization work. Although we don't do much fertilization, once we get animals running, we will be using natural fertilizers and oilseed radish in the intervening period. So the use of actual fertilizer, plus our seeder has fertilizers. So the only reason I would need to have a fertilizer sprayer is to do contracts. But the contracts play, or at least this contract pays exceptionally well. So we may be able to justify that purchase. But for the first year we don't get the chance to fertilize all the fields before we start planting them. So, oops, stop, go back. Because we did that edge, actually a bit further than we needed to. As far as settling into the house, we have about, I would say, 80% or more of the carpet has been removed, which has made my life a little bit miserable for most of this week, since I'm allergic to animals, and previous owner had a cat, at least one cat. So tearing up the carpet has put a lot of animal dander in the air, which I have been breathing and suffering through. I have a Dyson fan running in the bedroom in the evening, which makes it a little bit easier to breathe in the bedroom. Other than that, it's Benadryl all day, every day. which is so much fun. Now the only area that is still carpeted is where all the desks are, because we had to get the desks and computers set up so that I can work from home and stream. So try not to disturb that too much, and in the meantime our contractor has been putting down wooden floors everywhere. And as I said, I think the office won't be ready by the end, or what we're planning to be the office won't be ready by the end of next week. We still have to paint the entire room, put the wooden floors down, and buy some new desk units, and then get everything set up in there. So that might possibly be a Saturday afternoon job next week, but we'll be streaming from this room for the next 2 weeks, which means we're probably going to be hearing the furnace and other wonderful noises in the background. We have a lot of improvements planned for this place. Obviously the first one was the floors because of me and my breathing issues. But we also need to get the basement, insulated, because it's not at the moment, and that means that to get hot water into the main bathroom, you have to run the hot tap for about 2 minutes for the hot water to make its way across the house through an uninsulated basement. And so even if someone's just used the bathroom and washed their hands and waited till the water's hot, give it an hour and the water's all cooled down again, because the pipes aren't insulated either. So I do want to get the basement insulated, although, you know, it's coming up March. We do have 2-3 inches on the ground at the moment of snow, so it's not particularly warm outside, but it's due to warm up this coming week, which will melt the snow again. And then once spring comes, the basement will be a little bit more bearable to live in. Hail team! Yay! Welcome to the stream and good morning. How is your Saturday going? How is my liquid fertilizer doing? Okay, we're nearly done, I think, with this field. Do have some more liquid fertilizer available back at the farm, but hopefully we get this field complete. But yeah, so as far as the house goes, we'll be insulating the basement. Ah, yes, I've heard about that. I haven't played ATS or ETS for a good 6 months now, I think. But lots of life going on, so I didn't have time to play or stream much outside of my 2 fixed streams per week, which I try to keep this one and Monday night at the moment. Although Monday night I've let slip a little because other stuff happening. I'm going to have to get out and watch the end of this. So we don't clip the pages. That looks like the official exit to the... Well, does it? we're going to have to pay attention to the official exit of the field because we came in the wrong way. Oh, done. Turn off. Thank you. Okay, that's where we start. Next row. Now there's just been one new truck, hasn't there? I must admit I've noticed some people are not happy with it because the driver's door mirrors aren't visible from the seat. And that can be an issue. Especially if you're playing single player and want to see what's around you. I mean, I've kept up with some of the news, so I know that they're going with a new sound engine and they're going to let you wind the windows down, which kind of makes sense, I think. If you're going to take advantage of a new sound engine, you're going to want to give the driver the ability to appreciate the new sound engine. And being inside an insulated cab isn't, particularly great for that. I remember years ago, we lived down in Texas, and I took my car in for a service, and the courtesy car they gave me was a convertible. Well, I just had to drive back to the office from the dealership, so I didn't bother putting the roof down, but I pulled up at the first traffic signal. It's really loud. I sort of, wow, why is the world so loud? I said, well, because you've got a canvas top on the car. I said, yes. I got used to that, and then I think I drove it home with the roof down, because why not? It was there. That was a fun car, but I probably, I don't find the convertible as practical as the hard top, because you only have two doors, which makes accessing the back of the car difficult if the roof's not down. And if the roof is down, you lose half your trunk space. Which is another deficit. The sounds are all messed up. Oh, okay. So, is the Mack truck easier to drive though, compared with the International? I can kind of understand the sounds being messed up. I know I've been through a number of game updates. Obviously, we had Train Sim, the original Train Sim. They updated the main game so that it was 64-bit instead of 32-bit. Which allowed them to make bigger maps and more detailed models. And there were some teething issues with that initially. But the nice thing about the way Train Sim does things, much like Truck Sims, are that you don't have to throw away all your DLCs and updates, or mods when the new version of the game comes out. It's all backwards compatible. Now with Truck Sim, you don't have to buy Truck Sim again, obviously. With Train Sim, you have the option of buying the game again every year. Oh, we're run out. But yeah, all the new, you automatically get the new version of the game every year if you've already bought it. What you don't get is the new maps. And so every year they package 3 new maps with the game, which is kind of nice, really. Oh, I drove past this gate? No, this isn't a gate. Aha. Okay, well, we found the official entrance to the field and the right of way across the field. But that is a gripe I have with Giants, in that you know, every year it's a new version of the, or every other year it's a new version of the game, and you have to buy it if you want to play it. I don't know. I mean, I can't see Farm Sim being a... You know, you think about Train Sim, Farm Sim, they're not exactly popular titles, but I can't see Farm Sim being significantly less popular than Train Sim. Train Sim has a ton of DLC, but not... You know, you don't have to buy it all. Most of my DLC that I have purchased for Train Sim is either the annual new release where it's got a couple of maps I'm interested in, or mostly European, British stuff. Okay. That's all line. Okay. Good to know. Let's move around so I can see what I'm doing. How much liquid fertilizer do we have? Oh, that's not a lot. Hopefully that's enough to get that field done. All the rest of our liquids are herbicides, but we are going to have to go shopping for some more fertilizer. I think I have to wait until possibly tomorrow or the day after before I can fertilise the rest of my fields again. But I checked them this morning and they have a really bad infestation of weeds this year. So that herbicide is going to be used. Quite a lot of it. Close the gate, but they don't necessarily bother with that right now. Okay, yeah, I found the Volvo was okay as a model. I like driving that around for a bit. One of the mods I got for the